You have your jets button and your lights button. Your jets button, you can function the different sides of the jets in the hot tub, whether it be jets 1 or jets 2. The lights you can turn on and then dim down with that light button. There's a couple of shortcuts in order to get your spa up and running right away. We'll kind of go through those now. You'll notice the 2 mode buttons here. If you hit the mode up button, the first function is sys on or system on. If we hit the plus button, that's your on button, minus would be off. When this is displayed on the screen and you hit the plus button, it turns both jet pumps on to high speed, your lights on, everything all together at once. Minus, of course, would turn everything off. It would be your off button for the entire system. The next mode in the controls there would be the clean cycle. We recommend running the clean cycle by hitting the plus button. Every time you get out of the hot tub, it sends a 10-minute jet propulsion of water going through your filtration and sanitation system. You cover the spa up and walk away. That one you usually just turn on rather than turning on and off. It'll turn itself off in that 10-minute time period. The next function would be the tools. If we hit the plus button to go into the tools category here, the temperature lock would lock the temperature from being adjusted by anybody else or it being accidentally turned down by somebody. You can use the plus to turn it on or the minus to turn it off. The next mode is the system lock or sys lock, and that would turn off any of the buttons from being functioned on the control pad there. Next mode would be lights. Now we're in the tools, but the lights have kind of their own separate subcategory. So if we hit the plus button, we can go in and change the dimness of the lighting in the hot tub. Use the mode to toggle into the next option, which would be color. We'd use the plus or minus button to go through the different colors of lights. The next mode function would be the loop speed, and that's the speed in which the lights change color on their own. There's 1, 2, and 3 speeds, 3 being the fastest. Next mode here, it says exit. Whenever it says exit on the screen, if we hit the plus button, it exits out of the category that we're in. So now we're in the lights function. Now we've gotten out of the lights, but we're still in the tools. Economy mode is a mode that we don't typically use in our climate real often. It turns circulation off in the hot tub for a period of time so that you don't exceed any desired temperature in the spa. Something that you probably won't need to run into using in this area, but if you have questions about it, you can give us a call and we can kind of go through the details of it. The next mode here says filter 1. Now these are the different preset filter cycles on this spa. So if we hit the plus button to go into the filter cycles, we can adjust them. The factory settings we find are great on the Vacanza series. So filter cycle 1 is 1 hour of filtration per day. We're going to go ahead and hit mode there to get to exit. Exit out. Now it says filter 2. We want to go into filter 2 and it says 30 minutes. So the second filtration cycle would be 30 minutes a day. This is appropriate for the Vacanza series and getting the right amount of filtration and sanitation in the hot tub daily. When it says exit, of course, we hit the plus button to take us out. That's everything inside the tools. We hit the mode button again, it takes us back to the home screen where it would tell us the temperature, would tell us whether the lights or jets are on, and of course to adjust the temperature we use the plus or minus button that we were using as the on-off button within the tools and other functions. That should pretty much conclude your Vacanza series control pad. Alright, so next we'll talk about some of the key factors in taking care of your hot tub and keeping it clean. And one of the big things is going to be taking care of your filter. So we recommend about once a month removing your filter from the hot tub and spraying it out with the high pressure nozzle of your hose just to get the debris out of the pleats that are within the filter there. And every 3 to 4 months you take it out, soak it in a bucket of water with a filter degreaser product that's actually going to get those pleats back to new and permeable again so they can help trap the particulate that's in the water. The better we filter the water, the less chemical we can end up using in the spa. And it'll just make that water more clean and fresh to use every day. Okay, so we found a few key ways to take care of your hot tub so that it's enjoyable to use every day. In fact, your spa comes with a mineral cartridge. And this is something that goes in the filter area of your spa and has silver inside of it that helps inhibit the growth of bacteria naturally, which in turn helps you use less chemical in the hot tub. So by using that, it lasts 4 months and helps keep the water clean and pure without adding as much chemical to the water. In fact, the product that we recommend using to kill bacteria off and make the water safe and easy to use would be this enhanced shock. We recommend a tablespoon of this product per 2 bathers after exiting the spa. This takes any bacteria that we've introduced to the water and oxidizes it away immediately. The goal is that by the next time you use it, the next day, there's no sanitizer in the water, chemical, there's no bacteria, it's just fresh, clean water to bathe in again. All right, one of the other key elements is going to be testing your spa water about once a week. And what we do is we swirl a test strip around in the water and get a judgment of where the color pads on that test strip match to the color on the bottle. Okay, so let's go ahead and test the water now. We take a test strip, swirl it around in the water for about 3 seconds, and then hold it up to the bottle like so. Each one of these pads corresponds with each one of these color lines. We want to get an idea of which color the pad matches on each one of those lines to then make our adjustments. There's an okay range down each one of these lines that we hope for it to match into, but it'll give us an idea of what we need to adjust. The first thing we'll talk about is maybe the alkalinity, and I'll give you an example of how to adjust that. If we're looking at the alkalinity line here, each one of these colors has a number above it, and those are all parts per million of the alkalinity that's in the water. So for instance, if our alkalinity pad matched the color of the 40 there, and the OK range is between 125 and 150, we'll want to be bringing that alkalinity up into that OK range. If we just stab in the middle for, say, 140, between 40 and 140, we have a difference of 100 parts per million. So we could take a look at the bottle now and see how to get it up to that level. On the back of your alkalinity bottle, you have a table. It'll reference the amount of gallons that your spa is. So let's take into consideration you have a 400-gallon spa. Each column tells you how to raise the alkalinity by a certain number of parts per million. For instance, if your spa is 400 gallons and you want to raise that 100 parts per million that we talked about, that's going to be a total of 16 tablespoons in order to adjust that level up. Of course, you'd use the appropriate number of gallons to your hot tub and how many parts per million you need to raise your personal alkalinity in the hot tub. Alright, so let's go through some of the other things that come in your startup bucket with your brand new spa. We'll go through each bottle individually. First, we have stain and scale control. We recommend adding this into the water to prevent from mineral content damaging the spa. It's good preventative maintenance. Approximately a capful or an ounce once per week, depending on the size hot tub that you have. Next thing in here would be sodium dichloride. We recommend having this on hand in case you ever run into a situation where you get an influx of use out of the hot tub, extra people in and out. A situation that would be rare would be like cloudy water. This is going to be a little bit more aggressive in getting rid of any of that bacteria and getting the water back to clear again. Of course, by using that enhanced shock that we talked about, that's going to eliminate bacteria growth after you use the spa, and you shouldn't need to run into using this very often. Alkalinity increaser, we're going to test the water for and kind of get an idea if this is something that we need or not need. Periodically, you'll probably need to adjust alkalinity in the hot tub. Same with pH decreaser. This is the next product here that also would be something that we test for to see if we need to add it in. And calcium hardness increaser as well. We want to have some calcium in the water to help make the sanitizer work more effectively in killing bacteria. The last bottle in here is anti-foam. It's another one of those as-needed products. So something like this would be used if you ever had foam or sud build up on the water that comes from leftover detergents and swim trunks, body lotions, or hair products. You just add in a couple of ounces and the foam goes away immediately. Works really well.